You ever have that feeling? A notebook just jammed with incredible ideas, but your bank account is, well, not so incredible? You're definitely not alone. The truth is, most side hustles die before they even get a chance to breathe. But today, we're going to change that. We're breaking down the exact blueprint for launching a business and fast from a guy who's done it more than 80 times, Chris Kerner, also known as the king of side hustles. All right, let's just dive right in with the one piece of advice from Kerner that pretty much flips everything you've ever been told on its head. We hear it all the time, right? Follow your passion. Kerner says, nope, that's actually a trap. His take, you need to follow the profit first. Build your foundation, make some money, and then you'll have the freedom to really follow your passion. I mean, we all know the dream, don't we? That little side project that grows into something that gives you real financial freedom, that puts you in control. But for so many of us, that dream just slams right into a brick wall of doing nothing. So why is that? And that wall? That's exactly what Chris Kerner is an expert at smashing through. I mean, his track record is just insane. He started telling golf balls as a kid and went on to build over 80 businesses that have pulled in hundreds of millions of dollars. So yeah, if anyone knows how to make this stuff actually doable, it's this guy. So it gives. If he can do it, why can't the rest of us? What's the real thing holding us back? We all have those million-dollar ideas that just kind of live and die in our heads. What is actually stopping you from making a move? No, seriously, just take a second here. That last great idea you had, why is it still just an idea? What was the honest-to-goodness reason you didn't pull the trigger? It's this. This is it. According to Kerner, the number one thing stopping people isn't a lack of money or a lack of time. It's the fear. The fear that some person you barely knew in high school is going to see your post and make a dumb joke about it. It sounds silly when you say it out loud, but trust me, he calls it a dream killer for a very good reason. And this is where he introduces this really powerful idea he calls the pain threshold. Think of it like a tipping point. It's that exact moment when the pain of staying stuck right where you are finally becomes worse than your fear of what other people might think. When you hit that point, that's it. That's your green light. So, you're there. You've hit the pain threshold and you're ready to go. So, what's the first step? Well, this is where Kierner's advice gets a little controversial, but honestly, it's absolutely brilliant. He says, copy, don't create. Now here's the logic, because it might sound a little crazy. Most people, they see a successful business and they think, it's already been done, too late. Kerner sees that same business and thinks, perfect. Someone else just spent a ton of their own money and time proving that people want this. You get to skip all the painful guesswork and start with a plan that you already know works. I mean, just look at Kerner's own story. Back in 2010, he had a little phone repair shop. One day, he gets a call from a guy wanting to buy his broken screens. Now, instead of just selling them, a huge light bulb goes off. He realizes the real money wasn't in repairing phones. It was in remanufacturing the screens. So what did he do? He copied the entire business model. The result? That new venture made $2 million in its first year. Okay, so you've found a business you want to copy. Great. But how do you know if it's going to work for you before you sink your entire life savings into it? This is where the strategy gets really, really clever. He has a way to test out any idea for free. He calls it the Facebook test. And it is so simple, it's genius. You don't build anything, you don't buy any inventory, you just use an AI tool to whip up a realistic-looking photo of your product. Then you post it on Facebook Marketplace for free, and you just watch. Are people clicking? Are they sending you messages asking about it? The market literally tells you if you have a winner before you've spent a single penny. And now we get to the final hurdle, the big one, money. So many of us think you need thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars to get a business off the ground. Kerner says that is a complete myth. So let's look at some real examples of what you can launch with just a few $100. Let's start with just $500. Seriously, that's less than what you'd pay for a new phone. With that, you could easily learn a few simple AI tools and start selling your services to local businesses. They are desperate for this kind of help. Or, hey, you could go on Facebook Marketplace right now, buy a used vending machine, and create a totally passive income stream. The opportunities are literally everywhere. Okay, so what if you have $1,000 to play with? Well, the game gets even bigger. You could build one single high-demand rental item, like a fancy wedding arch. You could make your entire investment back in one single weekend.
Or you could use that cash for some simple ads to start a local email newsletter. That's a scalable media business you can run right from your laptop.
Look, the takeaway here is really simple. It doesn't matter if you're selling high-tech AI services or you're renting out a physical thing you built, you do not need a huge bank loan to get in the game anymore. The barrier to entry has never, ever been lower. You know, when you boil it all down, this is about one thing: making the gap between having an idea and taking action as small as possible. So forget about your 5-year plan for a minute. What is one small, simple thing you can do in the next 24 hours to move forward? Run a quick Facebook test, make one phone call. That one little action might just be the thing that changes everything.